Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever studied English for years? Learned hundreds or even thousands of words? Understood English videos? But the moment someone speaks to you in English, your mind suddenly goes blank? You know what you want to say. You know you learned the words before. But somehow, nothing comes out. You freeze. You panic. And a few minutes later, after the conversation is over, all the words magically come back. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because for many years, I believed something was wrong with me. I thought I wasn't smart enough. I thought my memory was bad. I thought I simply lacked talent. But one day, I discovered the real reason. And it completely changed the way I learned English. So if you stay until the end of this video, you may discover why your mind goes blank when you speak English and what you can do to finally break free from that cycle. Let's begin. Let's talk about the reasons. Today, I want to share 4 reasons why my mind went blank whenever I tried to speak English. And maybe you will recognize yourself in these stories. Reason number 1, I was trying to be perfect. For a long time, I believed everything had to be correct. Every grammar rule, every verb tense, every word choice, everything had to be perfect. So when someone asked me a simple question, my brain immediately started checking everything. Is this grammar correct? Should I use present perfect? Is there a better word? Am I making a mistake? While I was busy checking, the conversation kept moving, and suddenly I couldn't speak. Have you ever experienced that? The truth is that communication happens much faster than perfection. Native speakers do not stop and analyze every sentence. But I did, and perfection became a prison. The more I tried to avoid mistakes, the more mistakes I made. That realization shocked me. Reason 2, I was translating everything. This was a huge problem. Someone would ask me a question in English. First, I translated it into my native language. Then I created an answer. Then I translated my answer back into English. By the time I finished, the conversation was already somewhere else. Imagine trying to run while carrying a heavy backpack. That was what my brain was doing. No wonder I felt exhausted. No wonder my mind went blank. I was asking my brain to do too much work. When I realized this, I stopped blaming myself. The problem was not intelligence. The problem was the process. Reason 3, I was afraid of being judged. This reason was more emotional. Whenever I spoke English, I worried about what people thought. What if my pronunciation sounded strange? What if they laughed? What if they noticed my mistakes? What if I embarrassed myself? These thoughts created pressure, and pressure creates fear. Something interesting happens when we become afraid. Our brain focuses on survival, not communication. Suddenly, even simple words disappear. Have you ever noticed that you can speak English better when you are alone? But when another person appears, everything becomes difficult. That happened to me all the time. The problem was not English. The problem was fear. So, what did I do differently? I want to share 4 simple changes that help me stop freezing during conversations. Step 1, I gave myself permission to be imperfect. Instead of trying to sound perfect, I focused on being understood. That one change reduced so much pressure. I stopped chasing perfect English. I started chasing communication. And surprisingly, my speaking improved faster. Step 2, I started thinking in simple English. Instead of translating complicated ideas, I used simpler words. For example, instead of searching for the perfect sentence, I used the words I already knew. Simple English became my bridge to fluent English. This was a game changer. Step 3. I practiced speaking every day. Not for hours, just a few minutes. I talked to myself. I described my day. I explained what I was doing. I repeated sentences from videos. Little by little, speaking became more natural. Confidence grew through repetition, not through waiting. Step 4. I changed my definition of success. Before, success meant speaking perfectly. Now, success means communicating successfully. Even if I make mistakes, even if I forget words, even if my pronunciation is not perfect. If the other person understands me, I have succeeded. This mindset removed a huge weight from my shoulders, and speaking became much more enjoyable. What happened after these changes? Did I suddenly become fluent overnight? No, but something much better happened. I stopped being afraid. I started speaking more often. I became more relaxed during conversations. My mind stayed clearer. My confidence slowly increased. And with every conversation, English felt a little more natural. Today, I still make mistakes sometimes. Everyone does. But mistakes no longer stop me. And that freedom changed everything. Now let's do some shadowing practice. Listen, repeat, speak with confidence. My mind used to go blank when I spoke English. I was trying too hard to be perfect. Perfection slowed down my communication. I spent too much time translating in my head. Fear made speaking more difficult. I practiced studying more than speaking. Simple English is powerful English. Confidence grows through daily practice. Mistakes are part of learning. Communication is more important than perfection. Great job! Keep practicing these sentences until they feel natural. Before you leave, I want you to remember something. If your mind goes blank when speaking English, it does not mean you are bad at English. It does not mean you are too old. It does not mean you lack talent. Very often, it simply means you are learning. You are growing. You are stepping outside your comfort zone, and that is never easy. Every confident English speaker was once a nervous beginner. The difference is that they kept going. So be patient with yourself. Keep speaking. Keep practicing. Keep showing up. One conversation at a time. One at a time. One day at a time. And eventually, the English that feels trapped inside your mind will begin to come out naturally. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who is struggling with English speaking confidence. And tell me in the comments, which reason affected you the most? Or how many years have you been learning English? Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Keep learning. Keep speaking. And I'll see you in the next video.